in no time, the Kansas City Chiefs are going to be opening up the season week 1 in Brazil against the LA Chargers. And you may be wondering who is going to take the field for the Kansas City Chiefs. Well, that's where we come in, folks. Welcome into this edition of the Kansas City Chiefs Report, powered by Chat Sports. I am your fearless leader, Tyler Jones, here with you. And we are going to reveal our starting lineup projection for the Kansas City Chiefs for every position, from offense to defense to special teams. We'll go over everything you need to know coming up in just a matter of moments. The Raiders report. Mitchell Renz, Jeremy Chuggs, those guys love to talk a lot of smack about the Kansas City Chiefs. And Mitch was telling me today, he's like, Tyler, there is no way you guys can get 1,000 comments on a Chiefs video. You guys are going through the motions. You don't care about the offseason. You're not real passionate fans. And I said, Mitch, you are totally reading this wrong. We have the best fans in the NFL. They're fired up for Chiefs football. Prove them wrong, folks. Let's get 1,000 comments today. If we get 1,000 comments spamming KC, I'll shout out whoever spams the most on a later edition of the Kansas City Chiefs Report. Spam KC, and we'll get started with today's show. Let's take a look at the starting lineup, beginning with the offense. Patrick Mahomes will be your QB1 for the Chiefs when they take on the LA Chargers. And I cannot wait to see what Mahomes has in store here for 2025. He's coming in with a lot of motivation. He's trying to prove himself after there's been a lot of doubters that are trying to anoint the likes of Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow. And I think this is the year that Mahomes takes the bull by the horns. And not only does this Chiefs team win a lot of games, I think we see Mahomes return to an MVP level this season. At running back will be Isiah Pacheco. And Isiah Pacheco has a lot to prove this season after a disappointing year in 2024 where he was dealing with injuries and did not look like his old self. He's put on weight. He feels like the Isiah Pacheco of old here. I think Pacheco is going to have a fantastic season. At the wide receiver spot, Xavier Worthy comes in off of a very solid rookie campaign. He was named the Chiefs Team Rookie of the Year this past year, and we saw his role change a lot in the second half of the year. He became much more significant to the Chiefs' success. I think he builds upon that. And then Rashee Rice. Let's talk about Rashee Rice for a moment. He is fully healthy. He's already ready to go. He looked great prior to the injury last year. I think Rashee Rice is coming back with vengeance. He is playing with a chip on his shoulder. I think this is going to be the best version of Rashee Rice we have seen. I expect him to lead this team in receiving. I think he can be a Pro Bowler, maybe an All-Pro this year. Cannot wait for Rashee Rice to show up and show out and help take this offense to another level. At the tight end spot, Travis Kelce returns. He was a bit not himself last year for the second straight season, with his numbers looking the worst we've seen in quite some time. He's been working extremely hard this offseason to get himself back up to his normal self. And I think you're going to like the results from Travis Kelce. The main thing is he's not going to be the number one target in this passing game. That's going to be Rashee Rice, and that's going to take some pressure off Travis Kelce. Noah Gray also in the starting lineup as well. Noah Gray, breakout season last year. He looked really good. He is quickly becoming, if he isn't already, one of the best number 2 tight ends in all of football. Then at the left tackle spot, this is a change, folks. We are projecting Josh Simmons to be the starting left tackle for the Kansas City Chiefs, the rookie out of the Ohio State, the number 32 overall pick. I think Josh Simmons, assuming he gets fully healthy, he is going to be the answer that the Chiefs have been looking for a very long time at that left tackle spot that has had a lot of uncertainty. And had he been healthy, he would have been the best offensive lineman in this draft. I think he's going to be a difference maker for the Chiefs. And then at the left guard spot, we will go with Kingsley. I expect this to be quite the competition going on right now, as I don't think that Jaylen Moore is going to be your starting left tackle. He could potentially move to the left guard spot. And then you got Mike Caliendo there as well, who started the last few games of the season into the playoffs when they moved Joe Thuney to the left tackle spot. Kingsley is looking the part. But here's where I get nervous about Kingsley, folks, is that at this time a season ago, all Andy Reid was talking about was how good Kingsley looked at the left tackle spot. So I'm cautiously optimistic when it comes to Kingsley. The left guard spot should be a more natural position for him. He doesn't have the longest arms. I think that he'll do well, but I'm not fully sold until I see it with my own 4 eyes that I have here. Should Kingsley start at left guard, or should it be somebody else like Jaylen Moore or Mike Caliendo be in charge? Tell us on our pinned comment today. Should Kingsley start at left guard? Type Y for yes, in for no. Weigh in. Let us know what you think. Wrapping up with the offense now, we turn to the best center in football, Creed Humphrey. I love Creed Humphrey a lot. I'm a huge fan of this guy. I've been a fan of his since his days at Oklahoma. Can't wait to see what Creed is going to do. Creed has been incredibly valuable to this Chiefs team. Trey Smith is back. Hopefully they get a contract worked out here sooner than later. But the main thing is, hey, he showed up for mandatory minicamp. He wants to be here, wants to play for a long time. Can't wait to see what Trey Smith is going to do. Then the right tackle position, Jawaan Taylor. There's some real pressure on Jawaan Taylor entering 2025. He has had a penalty problem. He has not lived up to the money that he's been paid. This is going to be it for Jawaan Taylor. He is not coming back after this season. And if Jawaan Taylor cannot put it together, then you might even evaluate your options during the season. Maybe it's Jaylen Moore, potentially. And you look at other options here. Jawaan Taylor, he needs to shit or get off the pot at this point. I mean, he has got to figure it the hell out, and he's got to figure it out fast. Big year coming for Jawaan Taylor. Let's go to the defensive side of the ball now. George Karlaftis returns. Karlaftis, we've seen him look really good at times, but he's been a bit inconsistent. I think this is the year that he steps up and shows why he is one of the best pass rushers in football. Chris Jones is back as well. Chris Jones, I think they're not going to ask as much of him. He is a bit older now. I think that we see more guys rotate in. He plays less snaps, but he still has a tremendous impact. Mike Pennell next to him. I know there's some people doubting Mike Pennell. Hopefully he can step up and have a good year. And then Mike Dana as well at the other defensive end spot. I think this is a big year for George Karlaftis. I think that George Karlaftis, he wants to get paid here pretty soon. And with Chris Jones getting older, you're going to start to see a transition where this defensive line is going to be led by George Karlaftis. And they need their full confidence that George Karlaftis can get the job done. Watch out for George Karlaftis. We'll go over the rest of the lineup here in a moment, but we want you to whip out those red Chiefs pens and grade the Chiefs starting lineup. A, B, C, D, or F. What do you think of this group entering 2025? Weigh in the comment section and let us know. Folks, want to make sure you're subscribed to the Kansas City Chiefs Report as we bring you daily news and rumors, sometimes 2 and 3 videos a day. Live shows each and every Tuesday, interactive Q&A mailbags, and more. Breaking news, all right here in the Kansas City Chiefs Report. Best part about it, 100% free. It doesn't cost you a thing. Subscribe now. Turn on notifications so you never miss a moment. Let's get at least 20 subs off today's video, shall we? YouTube.com/ChiefsTV to subscribe now. You'll be glad you did. Continuing with the defense, Drew Tranquill at the linebacker position next to Nick Bolton. Nick Bolton got paid a handsome amount of money. I really like Nick Bolton. I would like to see him improve as a coverage linebacker. For now, Jaylen Watson is back in a starting role. He was good when he was healthy last year. And Christian Fulton, who they brought over from the LA Chargers, also in a starting role opposite of Jaylen Watson. Will the Kansas City Chiefs keep Jaylen Watson? I don't know the answer to that question just yet. And Noah Williams, who I'm very high on, he kind of had his struggles in the offseason program. He doesn't look quite ready to step into a starting role. Brett Veach has never paid a homegrown defensive back a contract extension. That will change with Trent McDuffie, who we'll talk about here in just a second. But Watson, could he be on the block now? Could he be traded kind of similar to L'Jarius Sneed of sorts? And then, if they do decide to keep him, do they keep him beyond this year too? Watch out and see when it comes to Jaylen Watson. Trent McDuffie moves back to the nickel back position. That makes more sense for Trent McDuffie. That's more of his natural spot. That's where he really excelled his first couple of seasons. I think he'll do a really good job with that. Jaden Hicks, I'm a big fan of. led this team in interceptions last year as a rookie. I think that Jaden Hicks is going to be fantastic. And then Brian Cook is also back as well at the free safety position. I'm going to tell you, I don't know how many people have been saying this. I might be the loudest person in the room when it comes to Jaden Hicks, but you got to watch out for Jaden Hicks. I think he is going to be fantastic, and I think he's got star potential. I thought he was a steal in last year's draft. You're not going to miss Justin Reid because Jaden Hicks is going to be that dude this season. It's going to be a lot of fun. Who's the best player on the Chiefs defense? Is it Trent McDuffie? Is it Nick Bolton? Is it Karlaftis? Chris Jones? Who is it? If you had to pick one, who would it be and why? Sound off in the comments and let us know. Folks, we got a great deal we're offering for you. Patrick Mahomes jerseys are on sale now at chatsports.com/Mahomes. Got the red, got the white, got men's and women's, kids options for you as well. All sorts of different shapes and sizes. Get yours now, chatsports.com/Mahomes. The link is in the comments and the description of today's video. We also have other Chiefs merchandise available. Go see for yourself now, chatsports.com/Mahomes. Wrapping up with the special teams unit here, we find Harrison Butker at the kicker position, America's kicker. Harrison Butker joined alongside Matt Ariza, the punt god. And then one of my favorite Chiefs, my old buddy James Winchester at the long snapper position. Nico should be doing the kick and punt return duties alongside Brashard Smith as well. The special teams unit, there's no cause for concern. There's no issues with this group, and that's the number one thing you're looking for from special teams is don't get in the way. And not only do you have good players, but you have guys that don't get in the way. That's really good if you're the Kansas City Chiefs. If you made it to the end of today's video, you know what that means? You are a real one, a real member of the Chiefs Kingdom. Spam real one in the comments section. I'm Tyler Jones. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time here on the Chiefs Report.